Yeah, so she didn't give me that. She probably figured I wanted to read that.
Or just stay in the night.
I figured you would want to do that anyways. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It is September 18th. It is Monday. It is 6:30 prompt exactly, and it's time to start our meetings. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Commissioner Vogel?
Here.
Commissioner Papantos?
Present.
Commissioner Vito?
Here.
Commissioner Lang?
Here.
Commissioner Kruger?
Present.
Commissioner Rafato?
Here.
Chairperson Horker?
Here. You have before you the minutes of the special meeting of the Liquor Control Commission for August 7th, 2023. Can I have a motion for their approval?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Papantos, second. Commissioner Vogel, roll call.
Commissioner Papantos?
Yes.
Commissioner Vito?
Yes.
Commissioner Lang?
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
Commissioner Rafato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel?
Yes.
Chairperson Horker?
Yes. Citizens' concerns?
No, not today.
Item number A.
Um, 6A, consideration of a request for a Class L liquor license for Signature Flight Support for an event to be held at 1064 South Milwaukee Avenue on October 19th, 2023, and for events on two unspecified later dates.
Mr. Svandelis.
Thank you. As the title indicates, this is a request for a Class L corporate special event liquor license for Signature Flight Support, who will be hosting a fundraiser for the Boy Scouts of America Northeast Council number 129 event to be held at Hangar 19 on Thursday, October 19th. This is a private event attended by approximately 150 people. Again, as the title indicated, a Class L license allows for up to 3 special events a year. This would be the first of those 3 allotments. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them. Yes.
Are there conditions on it?
Submittal of proof of Bassett certification for all applicable personnel.
That's it. Correct. Thank you.
I was going to wait till everybody was done.
Sorry.
It's all right. Any other questions?
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Rafato, second.
A second.
Commissioner Lang, roll call.
Commissioner Vito?
Yes.
Commissioner Lang?
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
Commissioner Rafato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Papantos?
Yes.
Chairperson Horker?
Yes.
6B, consideration of a request for a Class B-1-V liquor license for the Lucky 777 Pizza LLC doing business as the Doughboy, a proposed restaurant at 286 McHenry Road.
Mr. Svandelis.
Thank you. Again, as the title kind of indicates and provides most of the information, this is a Class B1V liquor license, which is a restaurant with liquor license for a pizza establishment. The requirement has been met for the provision of 30 seats in addition to the 6 at the gaming terminals. There are 4 conditions, if you are willing to consider. They would be the passage of an ordinance by the Board of Trustees authorizing the creation of a new Class B1V liquor license. Second, the payment of all applicable fees. Third, the submittal of a certificate of liquor liability insurance. And finally, the submittal of Bassett certificates for all applicable employees. I believe the owner is present this evening and can answer any questions you may have.
You want to come on up? Commissioner Papantos, you have a question, and then Commissioner Lang.
Thank you.
Hello.
Did you want to, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Mariusz Lekarczyk.
Hi. In the drawing you gave us, I don't see any area where you're going to be cooking, but the menu indicates that there would be pizza and breakfast sandwiches and wraps, so I'm concerned that you're trying to put a video gaming cafe in versus really a restaurant.
Well, we're gonna be buying the frozen pizza. and
Then
we're gonna-
how are you gonna heat it up? I mean, I'm not seeing any ovens or anything here.
We're gonna have ovens.
Okay, and what about the other food?
Sandwiches we're gonna prepare at the spot.
Because it's bacon breakfast and sandwiches and
Yes.
wraps, so,
Yes.
I mean, and grilled chicken, are you gonna cook this, or is it all microwavable food, or what?
Some of it's gonna be micro, some of it's gonna be made in the spot.
So you will have a grill or
Yes.
an oven? Okay, and what are your hours of operation? What are your planned hours of operation?
We were thinking to like 9 a.m. to like 2 p.m.
So this is only for lunch?
No, it's gonna be all day thing.
9 a.m. to what?
2 a.m.
2 a.m.,
Yeah,
not 2
sorry.
p.m. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Papantos. Commissioner Lang?
Yeah, part of my questions were about the pizza oven. I saw pizza, so I assumed you were going to have a pizza oven. So
Yes.
can you describe how you're going to cook these pizzas?
So we're gonna buy a frozen pizza from the distribution, and then we're gonna be selling as a slices, or somebody want the whole pizza.
Gotcha.
Takeout, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? If there are none, be looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion, Commissioner Vito, second.
A second.
Commissioner Lang, roll call.
Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
No.
Commissioner Raffato,
No.
Commissioner Vogel,
No.
Commissioner Papantos,
No.
Commissioner Vito,
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. Nope. I'm very sorry. Denied.
May I address the board? I know that you guys voted on the matter, but may I address the board with some pertinent information? I just wanted the owner to speak. May I approach?
What's the relationship?
Sort of.
Is he part of the, what's your relationship to the,
So I've been working with ownership and.
You need to, I mean,
Come on up, say hi, and explain who you are, and then we'll decide.
No problem, sir. So my name is Sam Fakori. I've been working with the owner and his director of operations, Manny, with the Village of Wheeling to
And your title is?
I work with Manny with business development for his real estate acquisitions and stuff.
And your title is?
With the company?
Yeah, what do you do?
So my primary business is commercial real estate and development construction.
Okay, hold on.
Sure.
sounds like he's a consultant for the ownership,
The
and has
issue-
worked on this project with the owner, is that right?
Correct.
the issue has kind of been voted on.
It has been voted on. I just
Yeah.
wanted to bring a couple of material facts to the board's attention, because although Mario is a first-generation real estate owner and business development owner, I don't think that he properly articulated some of the things for the regarding the concept, hours of operation, and what they've been looking to do at this space in particular. That's why I came to the meeting to sort of assist, but I didn't want to interject while he had the opportunity to speak.
Hold
So
on.
You could entertain a motion to reconsider based on what you hear, so you can hear this.
Yeah,
That's an option.
does,
I was just trying to be respectful. and didn't
okay,
want to
no,
interject.
you might have missed an opportunity. So the opportunity to reconsider is where I ask someone who voted in the majority if they would be interested in reconsidering their vote.
Sure.
Is there anyone who voted in the majority, in other words, you voted no, who would be interested in presenting a motion to reconsider so that this man can give us the facts that he has?
I would. That's a motion to reconsider.
Second.
Second.
So what you would do is take a vote on the motion to
Yes.
reconsider,
And that
hear the
reopens.
facts, and then you can revote again.
Okay.
So,
Do you have the motion and the second?
Yes, I sure do.
I'd like a roll call to reconsider the issue.
Okay, Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Commissioner Rafato,
yes.
Commissioner Vogel,
Yes.
Commissioner Pahantos.
Yes.
Commissioner Vito,
Yes.
President Worker.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, the motion's back open. What are the relevant facts?
Thank you, Board, for allowing me this opportunity to speak
Doesn't
before
happen
you.
too often.
I'm sorry?
Doesn't happen too often.
Okay, so Mr. Mario rented space at 286 McHenry Avenue. When he tried to apply for a video gaming license, he was notified at the time of his application that the village was only taking into consideration licenses that were related to restaurants because the strip mall that he currently had entered into a lease into already had one existing cafe, and per the city's ordinances, they were not allowed to have a second license at this establishment. The strip mall actually has two separate buildings, and he was in the middle of applying for his gaming license while he had entered into a lease and had secured a security deposit and began paying rent on the space when the ordinance was changed with the village that stipulated that he could no longer apply for a video gaming license if there was already a gaming cafe, quote unquote, within that establishment. At that point in time, I met with Mr. Mario and his director of operations, a gentleman named Manny. We had a few meetings with the village of Wheeling. I think Mr. Sweeney was his name, if I'm not mistaken. And it was explained that a restaurant is the only option to be able to pursue this. At that point, they hired a consultant to shift gears and to actually present a concept that had 30 seats that did meet the criteria within the village to provide food. In that concept, they came up with the Doughboy, and what it is a deli concept that will serve boarhead meats. We'll have a meat slicer, provide deli sandwiches, and in conjunction with that, serve pizza that is prepared off-site. That pizza will be cooked in a convection oven that doesn't require a pizza hood or a pizza oven per se, where they can sell either pizzas by the slice or pizzas for people to be delivered, either in an individual size or by the slice. All of the equipment that is laid out in the floor plan provides sufficient prep area. We met with the health department and we explained to them what the concept was. We showed them that although we don't have a hood or certain fryers or things of that nature, that this still met the criteria of qualifying as a restaurant based on the deli case that we provided. And we showed equipment that is actually going to be purchased for the location. So Mr. Mario, although this is the first time that he's presenting before the board, has suffered some financial hardships with the space and has been paying rent for almost a year and a half now, while trying to go through the process and the means of getting the correct approval from the village, even though he had started this process when the ordinance was changed. So it is a full restaurant. They do have a meat display. They do have a slicer. They will be making sandwiches for both pickup and delivery on Uber Eats, Grubhub, and other food options. And then to answer your question, yes, there isn't a traditional pizza oven, a large pizza oven with a hood and exhaust. They do have a pizza convection oven that they will be able to prepare and then serve hot slices within the restaurant itself. So I wanted to give Mario an opportunity to answer the questions before the board. I didn't want to interrupt or articulate anything, but I felt like I needed to step up and kind of explain in furtherance what we've been doing in the last year to make sure that this license that we're applying for is in fact for a restaurant. So they have implemented everything that they would meet the criteria, and we've had several meetings with the village to make sure that everything was in compliance with their needs. So it isn't some display of a lack of a restaurant for the purposes of seeking just video gaming only. We are fully aware that this needs to be a restaurant, and we've converted and shifted gears in working with the Village of Wheeling and making sure that we changed the floor plan, changed the layout, changed our menu, increased items on the menu to adhere to the rules of the village. While he's been sitting on this space, not being able to pull a permit, do a build out or anything else without the respectful approval of the board. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And I appreciate you allowing me to
Thank you, sir.
speak.
What was your name again?
Sam Fakori.
Can you spell your last name?
Sure. F as in Frank, A-K-H-O-U-R-I.
Thank you. Somebody's going to type this up later. Thank you.
No problem.
Commissioner Papantos, you have a question.
Thank you. So as a restaurant, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. sounds a little ambitious to me. I mean, most restaurants aren't serving at, yeah.
So he owns multiple car washes. They open up at 5 a.m. He's just in the natural habit of opening his businesses early. I'm sure that when...
It's not the early, it's the 2 a.m. that's I'm questioning.
Yeah, I think it would be open as long as his hours of operation would be permissible with the village. So
he's going to operate per liquor license?
correct.
Okay. Because I am concerned that this was just a way to get around the
And I completely understand
restriction.
that, but I wanted you to know the backstory of how we've actually been working hand in hand with the community to make sure that this was understood, that it's been shifted and everything is in compliance with the restaurant standards. The three various individuals that we've met with, including the health inspector with the village.
Okay, so you have the breakfast and lunch pizzas, the sandwiches and wraps, are they going to be prepared on site?
Correct.
Okay.
And there's hand sinks and prep areas and everything that would be required from the health department to allow for that preparation of sandwiches on site. There is a small kitchen area just off of the front counter area that would permit for them to do that, as well as a back station behind the serving counter where they would be heating pizzas and cutting up deli meats and preparing sandwiches.
And you will be doing delivery of
Yes.
pizzas?
That is correct.
But only through Grubhub or one
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the apps, not?
Through the various apps, delivery apps, correct.
And you won't be delivering liquor?
No, absolutely not.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Papantos. Commissioner Kruger, you had a question.
I do. Thank you, Mr. President. And my question is more for Director Clicker. How close is the nearest video gaming cafe in this development?
So there are two buildings.
Mr. Clicker, please.
I was asking.
That's okay,
the
relax.
director.
I'm sorry.
It is essentially on the other end of the center.
Okay, so it's in the larger building? On opposite end?
Correct.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Kruger. Any other questions or comments? Closing
Just a
remarks.
comment. I'm sorry, President Corker. I'm skeptical of this just being a cover for just another gaming facility. And if it had a fuller menu, even making pizzas, it would convince me that, but this to me seems like just a cover for another gaming salon, if we call them that.
I can assure you that we've spent extensive dollars in redesigning the floor plan and meeting the needs of the health department, as well as changing the menu and also purchasing equipment that would lend itself to actually being a restaurant. I understand people come in and they, ask for gaming and they do it under the guise of having food or selling donuts and coffees and stuff like that, but Mr. Mario has been paying rent for over 1.5 years on a space that he's been able to not do anything with. We have paid architects on several different occasions to prepare drawings, construction documents, as well as restaurant consultants to purchase the correct equipment to make sure that this complies with a restaurant. And, I don't know what else to tell you other than we are trying to follow the rules and make sure that this is in fact a restaurant. And it's our intention that this is a place where people can come in and enjoy sandwiches, enjoy pizzas, and also be able to deliver to various households the items that they provide inside the restaurant. I wouldn't stand before the board and lie about this. I just wanted to help him communicate the fact that this is indeed a restaurant, and we've taken multiple steps to prove to Mr. Clicker and to prove to the health department that this is the course that we're actually taking. Mr. Mario's a professional in the fact that he's a real estate holder. He's got car washes in multiple cities, and he also owns real estate strip malls. So he understands what he's getting into, and he has a team that's going to be helping and assisting in running the restaurant. So this isn't something that, you know, he's looking to just pop up some machines in. He wants to invest in Wheeling, and I think that his track record to date shows how committed he is to getting this approved based on everything that he's incurred to date to make sure that he complies within the rules of the board. And I can stand here because I've been working with him for the past 12 months to assure you that this is in fact the direction that he's headed in, which is opening a restaurant and sandwich shop first and foremost, but also seeking video gaming to help with some of the expenses of operating a business in today's environment. So I hope that you take those words into consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you. If there are no other concerns or comments, I need a motion again to approve. Trustee, Commissioner Lang, second.
Second.
Commissioner Papantos. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
I'm sorry, still no.
Commissioner Rafato,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel,
No.
Commissioner Papantos,
Yes.
Commissioner Vito,
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Either way. Yes. Nice work. Congratulations.
I appreciate the board's time and reconsideration. We will not disappoint you. Thank you.
That concludes the business before the Liquor Control Commission for the evening. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Rafato, second Commissioner Papantos. All in favor?
Aye.
Liquor Control Commission is adjourned. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Village of Wheeling for September 18th, 2023. Clerk Grady.
Almost there. Hold on.
Roll call,
Okay,
please.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Trustee Vogel,
Here.
Trustee Papantos,
Present.
Trustee Vito,
Here.
Trustee Lang,
Here.
Trustee Kruger,
Present?
Trustee Rafato,
Here.
President Horker.
Here. You have before you the minutes of the regular meeting of August 21st, 2023. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Rafato, roll call, please.
Trustee Papantos,
Yes.
Trustee Vito,
Yes.
Trustee Lang,
Yes.
Trustee Kruger,
Abstain?
Trustee Rafato, did I say that?
Yes.
Yes.
Trustee Vogel,
I'm still here.
President Horker.
Yes. Any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes this evening.
Clerk Brady, proclamations.
Mike
Mike
Moran.
Moran.
You gonna read that one?
There's nothing for her on this?
That's what I thought.
Okay. So one of these is on, right?
Hope so.
Hello? Can you hear me? So Mike Moran has been an important part of this community for years. He's been a member of he was, posthumously, was a member of the Police and Fire Commission since 2003, right? He was part of the Camp I Am, which is a program that sends burn victims to camp so that they can just be around other kids who are the same as they are, and they can just have fun without worrying about people staring at them. Mike Moran was an integral part of this community well, just that alone. I'm guessing all of you gentlemen and ladies were hired under the careful, watchful eye of Mr. Moran. 20 years of being responsible for the police and fire service hirings. It's a huge responsibility, and I never had any questions about reappointing him during my time, and I never had any questions about his being there while I was a trustee. Kim Moran, Mrs. Moran, I don't know your sister's name, Pam Moran. I would please come up, and yes, I know you're filming, but somebody else will take a picture of you. And I really would invite you to say something. I mean, thank you so much for sharing Mike with the village for all of these years. And I know it's just a small token, but the sign is yours. And please say hi to your friends and family. Or
My friends and family. My son-in-laws and one of our grandchildren are here. Mike would want me to thank the village board and the police and fire departments for the lovely tribute you gave him on the celebration of his life a couple months ago. Thank you so very much. Totally. And Mike just loved doing what he was doing. So
there was something else. Did I miss something else that he did?
Just all the pig roasts.
Come up to the microphone.
Well, yeah, my dad was actually a PTO president at Mark Twain when I was in kindergarten.
he was
or whatever.
25
Yeah.
years old, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been and the pig roast. He's, obviously was a integral part from 4 a.m. till the pig got sliced. Dad did all that stuff for multiple places, Kilcoynes, Market Square, for multiple fundraisers. So we're super proud of him, and thank you all for honoring my father. We miss him, and we love him. So here you go, Dad.
And again, thank you for sharing Mike with us for all these years.
All right. Proclamation. I'm going to read this one because I'm the ringmaster, and I can. Constitution Week is September 17th through the 23rd, 2023. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America is the oldest codified written national constitution created by free men that is still in use today, and whereas the far-sighted wisdom of the Founding Fathers in 1787 created a constitution with a framework to support this country and its citizens for the foreseeable future, able when necessary to be amended by the people through the process designed by its authors. And whereas September 17th, 2023 marks the 236th anniversary of the framing of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorial anniversary, and to commemorate the occasion, now, therefore, I, Patrick Horker, by virtue of the authority vested in me as village president, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week, and ask our citizens to reflect on the privilege of being an American with all the rights and responsibilities which that privilege involves. Dated this day, the 18th of September, 2023. The Constitution itself is a document of about 4,500 words. In other words, about 2 pages on a newspaper. And it is, by and large, neglected by most of us once we pass the test. Every one of us is affected every day by it. The right to remain silent is the Bill of Rights. The right to an attorney is the Bill of Rights. The First Amendment, the right to freedom of speech, which people can come up here and lambast us to their heart's content is protected by the Constitution and even more vehemently by the Supreme Court that will tell us that political speech can be prone to hyperbole, and it's all legal and protected. And there have been missteps along the way with, the 18th Amendment with prohibition. But it has always been there for us to straighten it out. The Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights and all of the amendments are what make America that place that everybody tries to get to. Even at our worst, people come here from other countries to be a part of this amazing experiment. And, you can find it online and give it a read. Like I said, it's about 2 pages of a newspaper. Take the 10 minutes. And that is all I have to say about that. So, thank you. Appointments and confirmations, there's none. Citizens' concerns.
Nope, not today.
Going to get right into the meat of the matter, huh?
Yep.
Consent agenda.
Okay. Consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the village board and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussions of these items unless a board member or citizen so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered after all other agenda items. 11A, resolution. Accepting a previous bid Suburban Purchasing Cooperative contract for the purchase of 2 medium-duty Horton ambulance from Foster Coach Sales, Inc. at the cost not to exceed $847,948. 11B, resolution approving change order number 1 to the contract with WB Olson, Inc. for the installation of permanent safety barriers, reducing the final contract amount from $30,553 to $19,103. 11C, resolution accepting a previous bid State of Michigan contract with LaFontaine CDJR Lansing for the purchase of 4 2024 Dodge Durango pursuit vehicles in the total amount of $184,967. 11D, resolution authorizing the village president and clerk to execute a plat of easement grant for Uptown 500 LLC at 500 West Dundee Road. 11E, resolution authorizing temporary lane closures of Illinois Route 21 Milwaukee Avenue and Illinois Route 68 Dundee Road on Sunday, November 19th, 2023.
If there are no questions or comments, I would need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Kruger, second. Trustee Vogel, roll call, please.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes. Regular business.
New business, 13A, resolution approving a contract with Schroeder Asphalt Services, Inc. for the Wolf Road Resurfacing project in the amount of $199,794.81 in fiscal year 2023.
Mr. Kalp, what do we got?
Yes, sir. President Horker, members of the board, I wanted to briefly discuss this final piece of resurfacing of Wolf Road from Wolf Court to Milwaukee after the jurisdictional transfer from the state of Illinois to the village of Wheeling. The jurisdictional transfer project included reconstructing Manchester to Picardy, and while IDOT stopped their project at Picardy, even though they've owned all of the road all the way up to Milwaukee Avenue. After completion of the jurisdictional transfer, staff deemed it appropriate to finish the paving of the road. So last year, we included it in the capital improvement plan, and this year we are putting a cap on a project that's been ongoing for the village through the negotiation that began back in 2014. So as of November of this year, the entirety of the length of the road from Manchester all the way up to Milwaukee will be complete. Just the fact that this little piece of repaving was on the agenda, we thought it would be appropriate just to highlight it, to say that while we understand that this was all a part of the Department of Transportation, State of Illinois road through their ownership, they did not include this in the construction of the road. So we're going to finish it now. I'm happy to answer any questions, but other than that, it's going to be a completed project as of November.
Trustee Vogel.
Do we know why they didn't include it?
It was a part of the negotiation as part of the jurisdictional transfer that began in 2014. And in fact, they did more than they were supposed to based on the amount of work that had to be performed by DBE firms. They were doing the asphalt. They ended up giving us additional road from Picardy up to Wolf Court, and then they stopped there at Wolf Court. They included it all in the jurisdictional transfer. We're now responsible for the road, but it was not part of the construction project.
Okay, what about on the other end, the south? Is there anything down there that you said they went to Manchester? What about Manchester to the end of the?
From Manchester
pretty good
to about Marquardt, we own, and we have always owned, and so that was part of our road network. South of Manchester is again the state, and it's remaining so.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions or comments? If there are none, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Vogel, second Trustee Papantos. Roll call, please.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes.
All right. 13B, resolution approving the renewal of and authorizing the village president clerk to execute a second amendment to the food service agreement with Hoffman House Catering for the Village Wheeling Senior Service Congruent Dinner Program.
Congregate Dining Program. Mr. Chief Dunn, what do we got?
Thank you, President Horker. Social Services Division of the Police Department seeks the Village Board approval of the Second Amendment to the food service contract with Hoffman House Catering, where it continues to serve the older adults through the Lunch at the Center Congregate Dining Program. This will be our second contract with this organization. We've done well by them. We'll be receiving a grant. We'll be bringing that to you in the next, I'd say within the next month. It's a 15% matching grant that the village would enter into. This program has been so successful that the new grant is $30,000 more than last year's, and the program continues to grow and prosper and is a benefit to the seniors of our community.
Thank you, sir. Questions or comments? Where does that take place?
That takes place across the parking lot in the Park District facility.
And does it cost them anything?
It's requested up to a $5 donation if they so
If
feel
they
up
can.
to it, if they're up to it.
Awesome.
And if not, it's taken care of by you.
You're welcome.
And there's also pickup available?
Pickup and delivery are both available.
Delivery?
I believe they will have delivery at times. We did it during COVID, and if we need to, we can.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Questions or comments? If there are none, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Papantos, second Trustee Krueger. Roll call, please.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, official communications. Mr. Trustee Vogel, I understand you have something you would like to share.
Yes, we invite all the residents of Wheeling to join us with an all-you-can-eat pancake community breakfast this Saturday at Fire Station number 42 from 8 to 10:30 a.m. It'll feature pancakes, sausage, sweets, coffee, orange juice, and milk, along with fruits and a variety of desserts. The admission is a donation of a canned good or other non-perishable food item for a local food pantry, and cash donations will also be accepted and donated to Wheeling Helping Hands.
Where is Fire Station 42?
See you all there.
I'm sorry.
Fire Station number 42 at 1 Community Boulevard.
Thank you.
Can someone explain parking and how to get in, that folks can get in there? Because that's always confusing.
Why don't you?
Parking is available at St. Joe's. It's also available in the parking lot directly behind the fire station. And hopefully, handicap parking is available directly behind the fire station.
I hope the pancakes taste good. I won't be there tonight.
No, they ought to be better
I
than
don't know how
ever.
we're going to do
We
it.
will miss you, Wayne.
No.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
No Mickey,
Special
no Mickey
pancakes.
Mouse. Thank you.
All right. One more piece of business for the evening. We do have the approval of the bills for August 17th till September 13th. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Lang, roll call, please.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, we do have an executive session this evening for the purposes of review of minutes lawfully closed under the Open Meetings Act, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employee or employees of the village, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, and pending probable and or imminent litigation. In other words, it's probably going to be a long executive session. This being the case, I need a motion to recess into executive session and adjourn the regular meeting.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Rufato, roll call, please.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, there will not be any business conducted after the executive session. I would like to meet in the conference room. It is 7:13. At 7:15, this meeting is recessed.
Dan. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.